Everybody doing today? This is Tom from Tom and Jerry's Roofing. I just wanted to reach out to give you kind of the tip of the day, and unfortunately the tip of the day is a very sensitive one because a lot of the companies right now are using this method. I'm all for the hustle of guys going out and knocking on doors. I get it. The problem is most of those guys don't even work for that company. It's what they refer to as canvassing. Now, the canvasser doesn't actually work for the company. They knock on the door and they convince using a convincing dialogue. Some of it's even psyops. They convince you that you have hail damage. You are a candidate. It's almost like you're the winner. You get to get some of your money back from your insurance company. And we all know nobody likes insurance companies. I get it. So the problem is, insurance company comes out, they look at the roof, and they decline the roof. Not because the insurance company has any choice. They are legally obligated to actually replace that roof if it in fact has the damage. The issue is that the roofer, who's a canvasser, aka storm chaser, has just lied to that person and told them that they needed a new roof when they did not need a new roof. Now, everybody knows this is happening, so this is actually not the reason that I'm bringing this up. The unfortunate truth and the drawback is that about 90% of them are declined. Well, there's a small percentage of those, maybe another 10 or 20% of those people, they get demand letters from their insurance company. We've had 2 in the last week. And we had one where an old lady was going to have to, and I understand, she wanted the opportunity to replace the roof. She wasn't going to get up on her roof. Then, integrity gets into it. I mean, they lied to a little old lady, and it's really disappointing. So they come out, they look at the roof, and then they tell her, hey, you have to replace the roof now or we're going to cancel your insurance. She didn't have damage. She didn't have a hail claim, but she did have an older roof that really didn't need to be replaced, but because it was in this threshold of what the insurance company deems necessary to keep their policy going, she's forced now to replace that. So that's a failure to that company. Now, I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I just so happen to have another one of these, which is the second one of this week. This same company, they told us who they were. The first company, the lady told me who it was. I just passed them in the neighborhood. I'm in Roswell right now. I passed 4 trucks sitting out in front, and they're doing the roof. They're halfway through the roof already. So it's the first time I've actually seen the company and seen the trucks. They're really nice trucks. They're like, $80,000 diesels. We don't run that, but okay. So 4 of these trucks sitting out in front, every one of them had a tag from Mississippi. Demand better, Georgia. Use people who are from here. If you have a problem in the future, if it's the only reason, if you have a problem in the future, who are you going to call? Are they going to put somebody on a plane? It's hail chasing. It's storm chasing. So the best thing you can do, try to find out who in your area is doing legitimate, no bones, no BS. They're looking at your roof and they're telling you, you know what, you've got a 50-50 shot. Or they're saying, whatever you do not call your insurance company. It's not going to work out for you. Really question who the ethics of the company are. Are they all about big money? Are they all about quality? Or are they all about quantity? Because if you have a quantity over quality company, those are the ones you need to avoid. It'll cost you, and we don't want that. If there's anything that we can ever do as a company, even if it's just reaching out to give you some advice, we'll give you advice for free. Let us know if we can help. Thanks a bunch. I hope everybody's being safe out there and have a great day. Tom from Tom and Jerry's Roofing.